From small villages in sub-Saharan Africa to the bustling cities of the Asian subcontinent, from Latin America to China and Eastern Europe, people everywhere are striving to improve their lives. People seeking the same things: opportunity to learn, an identity and ownership that allows them to prosper, a chance to earn a living for themselves and their families, to use their imaginations, to take risks and possibly fail, but to increase their options and to reap the rewards if they succeed. Join us now to see what can happen when ordinary people have the tools to help themselves.
Major funding for this program has been provided by the Barney Family Foundation and the Green Children Foundation.
Somewhere on Earth, at this very moment, a child is beginning its journey through life. 250 babies are born every minute, 15,000 an hour, 132 million a year, each and every year. And among them may be the potential to cure disease, to reinvent the future, or to change the course of world history. Because people are the world's ultimate resource. In only 25 years, more than 400 million Chinese have climbed out of deep poverty, where they were living on less than $1 a day. Shanghai, often called the head of the dragon, is a dramatic symbol of the fastest-growing major economy in world history. Little more than a dozen years ago, the financial district of Pudong was swampy farmland. Today, hundreds of thousands work in skyscrapers, some among the tallest in the world. Designer boutiques line the city's streets, and Shanghai is a destination for tourists and business travelers from across China and around the world. The World Bank says average real incomes in China rose 440% in just 20 years. It would seem that Communist China is using free trade to reinvent itself. For much of the 20th century, it was a poor country. And under Chairman Mao, private property and private business were illegal. Even today, new ideas flooding into China's cities mix uneasily with ancient cultural traditions. Everything is changing, especially personal expectations. Merrill Lynch estimates that there are at least 300,000 millionaires in China. There are 10 Ferrari dealerships. It's Ferrari's 5th largest market in the world. People are now able to use their imaginations and intelligence to create more options for themselves and to get paid for their hard work. China has become the world's 3rd largest trading nation. Zhang Jun is an economics professor at Fudan University.
I think this is a great country. I think especially after the rapid economic development and making the country rich today, I think the majority of the Chinese are proud of being Chinese. It's a totally different picture, for 15 years ago. So it's a big change.
The Chinese government openly encourages the free market and aggressively courts foreign investment. Government development zones are springing up throughout the country. Sun Yan is the promotion director for the Suzhou Industrial Park near Shanghai. It's a partnership between China and Singapore.
We provide a kind of platform-like facility and also offer low rental and to encourage them to developing faster. And if they need any people, we will help them to recruit nationwide.
Young people are flocking to the wealthy eastern coastal areas in search of jobs. These managers often retreat to the nearby mountains to brainstorm new ideas. One of the top managers in the company, called Snail Game, is E.O. Zhang. His nickname is Yo-Yo. The owner of the company is Shi Hai. He's 34 years old. In his search for talent, he has hired young people like Yo-Yo from across China. Within 2 years, they expect to be listed on the NASDAQ exchange in New York. The nearby Buddhist shrine has as much attraction for Shi Hai today as it did when he first visited this mountain lake park as a child. These entrepreneurs are navigating a path between China's cultural traditions and their bold new ideas.
I think the free market gives the sense that, they are really the part of the economy. This is not an economy by the party, by the government. This is the economy of everyone.
Yo-Yo often spends his afternoons with his camera. His photographs will soon take on a new life. The office of Snail Game is here in the Suzhou Industrial Park. Yo-Yo is the art director. Snail Game was one of China's first internet gaming companies. They believe their 3D animation engines are the best in China. Yo-Yo's ship is destined to become part of an adventure. The artists create virtual worlds complete with life and death challenges. From their imaginations, they develop every object and every character in this virtual world. The company has 120 game developers and maintains 20 sales offices across China.
Because of the Chinese economy has been changed so fast, it created a lot of opportunities for the small companies to merge and to expand.
Shi Hai's home is more traditional than the virtual worlds he creates at Snail Game. He and his wife Jo have known each other since high school. They have 2 young sons. Together, they created Snail Game in 2000. Their older son is just starting school. His childhood is very different from that of his father. Shi Hai's parents worked in a factory at a time when there were many shortages. Shi Hai and other children often had to stand in line for food rations.
所以说，在小的时候给我们留下了一个印象，就是每样东西都是很珍惜的，都是很难得到的。我们很难想象为什么以前那些物质都那么的匮乏，而现在不同了。所以我想这就是一个经济的力量。
Shi Hai represents the success of the new China. Still, much of the country lags far behind, especially in the vast rural areas. Many of the young people at Snail Game have moved from the poor countryside and cannot afford housing. They live in a dormitory financed by the company. Despite industrial problems in many parts of China, unemployment, poor working conditions, and long hours, these young entrepreneurs epitomize the explosive potential of modern China. Shi Hai and Jo work hard and take risks. Both go to Snail Game every day, where Jo is the chief financial officer. The industrial park has simplified the bureaucratic process so much that a business license can be obtained in just a week or 2.
This is a domestic creative business here in China, but recently they are developing well because the market demand is quite good.
Their competition is international, but much of the market is in their backyard. Throughout Asia, gamers pack internet cafes to play online games. Tens of thousands play at the same time, and they can do it from anywhere in the world. Here in China, the number of people playing internet games has risen 51% in just 1 year. The gaming business is intensely competitive.
At this stage of development, I think the majority of the Chinese believe that competition is a good thing, because in the past we don't really have the competition. All the industry being monopolized by the government, but now I think the competition provided more opportunities for the consumer, for everyone.
Still, its people face immense challenges: pervasive corruption, deep poverty in the countryside, and an underdeveloped legal system. They also face the complex question of whether this new economic freedom will lead to political freedom.
这是一个很敏感的问题，敏感的话题。我觉得是这样，就是说，中国这样的一个民族，它跟西方不太一样。你看我们几千年的一个文明，它整个一个发展，从某种意义上，人们更需要一些框架式的东西。它不像美国，它可能需要更有框架式的，而不是完全开放式。
The oldest continuous civilization in the world, China has remained intensely self-reliant and innately entrepreneurial.
作为我们这一代人，它就像日本二战后的那一代人，他们必须为上一辈的人没有完成的或者不能完成的一些事情去努力，而且这种努力是加倍的。就好比说跑接力赛，我们这一代人他必须快跑，